What's up, my friends? Today we're looking at the Bellroy Lite Travel Pack. This pack is 38 liters. If I had one word for this backpack, that word would be simple. In this video, I'm gonna go over every detail of the Bellroy Lite Travel Pack. I'm also gonna score it in 5 categories. Those categories are construction. The second one is functionality. The third one is comfort. Fourth is organization, my favorite part to explore on packs. And then finally, we're gonna talk about aesthetics. But before we dive in, I wanna thank Bare Bottom Clothing for supporting this video. I'm gonna talk a little bit about them later on in the video. Let's talk about the construction of this backpack. 80% of the Bellroy Lite Travel Backpack is made from recycled material, recycled nylon, and recycled polyester. This is a bag that's not only built to support your travel needs, but also do some good in the world. And I love that. The exterior nylon feels really sturdy. You can really see the fibers in the nylon. It adds a texture that I think is unique to other bags. The main compartment zippers are waterproof zippers, so you have this rubber coating on the outside of all of those zippers. My assumption is that they went with a lighter weight zipper to go along with that theme of the weight of the bag, it's in the name, light, and also the simplicity. The only problem I have with that is the possibility of these zippers breaking down. Even just loading this up for the very first time, I felt like I was stressing the zippers out just a little bit. Most of the main zippers have these really nice plastic coated corded zipper pulls. Those are nice for grabbing in any environment. It's gonna be really easy to open these zippers and close these zippers. Overall, it's a bit of a floppy bag. So if you don't have it completely packed out, it does start to feel a little bit like a wet noodle. There is a little bit of internal structure inside the back of the bag that holds that structure for your back, but it's pretty lightweight. I can feel it. It's like a piece of plastic right here in the back. It goes from about right here where the top of the shoulder straps are down to the very bottom. You have the handle on the top and the handle on the side. They're a really sturdy nylon webbing, and they're reinforced multiple times as they integrate into the body of the bag. They're really nice and wide, so you can grab them from wherever. There's no padding on the handles. They're not gonna be crazy comfortable, but I still love the attention they gave and how much room they put inside the handles. The back of this pack is made from a really nice, soft mesh nylon that's super breathable, but I'll talk more about that when we get to comfort. The shoulder straps are also made from that 80% recycled nylon on the front side and the breathable mesh nylon on the back side. The removable sternum strap is made from a very lightweight nylon webbing. It's very thin with a nice little clipping buckle right here. This is a very interesting mechanism. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about that when we get into functionality. The interior of the pockets is a really nice ripstop nylon. Seems like it's gonna hold up. Some of the pockets are made from the same material that the exterior of the bag is made from. And the main pocket interior compartments are made from this breathable mesh that is really strong. I mean, this is some of the most robust interior mesh on these types of pockets that I've seen. All of the plastic components, like the clips that are used to clip your shoulder straps to the body of the bag, the sternum strap clip, they're pretty standard. Because of the lighter weight zippers and the simplistic construction of some of the plastic components of this bag, I give it an 8 out of 10 in construction. All right, so let's dive into functionality. If you're looking for a very simplistic bag, then this is gonna be very functional for you. This bag only has 2 handles on it, which is the top and the side. I really love bags that put handles on every single side, including the bottom. So I think a handle or 2 more could have helped this bag be a little bit more functional. Most of the main zippers have these really robust pulls and they're easy to grab onto. Some of the other zippers, like this front pocket zipper, is a really small zipper tab right here that you open up. It's not a big deal, I'm being nitpicky, but that's what you're watching this for, is for me to pick this thing apart. I don't know why they didn't go with the standard zipper pulls on these zippers right here. It's both on the front pocket and the zipper pull for the laptop pocket. Now, there is a benefit to not being able to have easy access to the laptop pocket, especially for those who are trying to steal from you. Even with the zipper cover right here, which actually makes it look like there isn't a zipper there, it is a little bit challenging to grab a hold of and open up. I love that there's an admin pocket that's accessible right from the top of the bag and it's not too deep. so that everything that I need while I'm traveling, like a battery power bank or my charging cords, are all right there, really accessible right at the top. I also love this front pocket access from the side because I keep my extra layer in that pocket and I don't have to take the bag completely off or set it on the ground in order to be able to access this pocket. Another thing that I really love about the functionality of the Bellroy, and this is becoming more and more popular with single bag travel bags, you can detach the shoulder straps from the bottom of the bag and you can store them in the back of the backpack. And what that does is it now becomes a brief without a lot of straps all over the place. So the beautiful thing about this is if you're storing it in the seat in front of you, you don't have straps hanging out into the aisle. I just take a little bit of issue around the design of how the straps attach and detach to the back of the bag. I was playing with it a lot and I was trying to figure out which way these clips are supposed to go that they would be the most comfortable, and both ways just seem to twist the strap on your body just a little bit. So once again, I can only assume that they created this mechanism to be more simplistic and lighter weight, but I think there are some drawbacks to this particular way of having them attached at the bottom of the backpack. Another function of this bag that also bleeds into comfort, so I'll talk about it again, is the removable sternum strap. It's a very small, lightweight strap that you can remove from both shoulder straps, and you can adjust the height. Fairly simple. It's a loop and pull structure or mechanism, and you can choose from one of these loops on the shoulder strap to put that on depending on where the sternum strap's most comfortable for you and most functional for you. So overall on functionality, I give this bag an 8 out of 10. What's up, my friends? I want to quickly give a huge thank you to Bare Bottom Clothing for supporting this video. There are two things that I'm wearing from Bare Bottom that I absolutely love. The first one is this Primaloft packable jacket. It's really warm and it's super soft. There is a hood that can come out of the collar. It packs right into the side pocket. All I have to do is turn the pocket inside out. I can throw that thing into my backpack. This thing's come in so clutch, especially when the airplane's a little bit chillier than I thought, or I'm traveling to somewhere that's cold. The second thing I wanna tell you about is this crew neck lounge sweatshirt. It's form-fitting. It's really soft, yet really warm. It's durable. This has become my go-to from Bare Bottom. You can get these items along with all of the other cool things that they've created at barebottom.com. And again, a huge thank you for the support to this video. All right, so let's talk about comfort. Now, this is a 38-liter bag, and it can get pretty heavy. The thing that I noticed right away as soon as I had this loaded up and I put it on my back is that there's no waist belt. So if I'm gonna be wearing this for a long period of time, that's gonna start to wear on me and fatigue is gonna happen fairly quickly. The other thing for me, with my body and my frame, it has that pull back on my shoulders rather than keeping the weight centered on my space. And that has to do with how much weight you can put out here on the front of the bag. It also has to do with the placements and where the straps come into the body of the bag. It's a little bit lower without those weight distribution straps on the shoulder straps that would pull that up and pull the weight of the pack in. So if you think you're gonna be walking long distances, I would strongly consider some of the things that are missing on this pack to make it more comfortable in those circumstances. Like I mentioned before, this mesh on the back is extremely breathable. I mean, it holds the mass of the pack far away from your skin. I don't know if I've ever seen a mesh back that really does its job this well. There's also a good amount of padding between you and the bag, which is important because the first thing that comes in contact with is your laptop, and that can get really uncomfortable. I would have loved to see the lumbar part of this padding just be a little bit more full than the rest of the bag. It would fit the contour of the back just a little bit better. The padding inside the shoulder strap, there's not a ton of padding in it from my perspective, but I do love that they ran this mesh up over the edge of the strap. If you've got that strap against your neck or against your arms, it makes a difference to have less things there to rub on. I also mentioned the way that the webbing strap falls against your body when these clips are in different ways. You see that this strap naturally wants to lay as it digs into your hip. So that's also something to consider. It's not the most comfortable. Now let's talk about the sternum strap. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know that I love a fully static sternum strap. I use the sternum strap all the time because it's another way to distribute weight in a way that's more comfortable for my body. Sometimes they have a semi-static where there's a piece of elastic here and there's a lot of give in this sternum strap and you can't strap it all the way down. This is not that case. You can strap that thing all the way down, meaning you can bring those straps all the way to the center of your body if you want to, which I like, because then it takes that weight off of pulling my shoulders back. One thing that I have noticed with the sternum strap though is when I'm wearing this pack around with it fully weighted out, it is a really loose fitting buckle, and if it slips, it can also slip right off of the strap. So if I'm running and this strap starts to slip and then the clip comes off, that's not ideal. So because of the no waist belt, the lack of padding in the shoulder straps, and some of the funky things with the sternum strap, I gave this a 7 out of 10 for comfort. You know I love nerding out on organization in any bag. And the best way that I've found to talk about the organization is to pack it out. The way that I would pack it out, anywhere from 5 to 10 days. I will tell you, it is a big bag. You can fit a lot of stuff in this. I would say I have this thing maybe 75% packed out, and it is packed out the exact way that I pack out my favorite bag, which is the Cotopaxi Alpa. And I still have plenty of room in this bag. But how well does it organize your things when it is packed out? That's the real question. So the first pocket that I want to talk about is the admin pocket. It goes down this deep in the bag, and that's a real benefit so that you're not losing a ton of things down in there. I love a good key leash in a pack. Inside of this pocket, you also have a single flat pocket that's about the size of a passport. It also has a place for a pen. It's a pretty wide open pocket. I think there was an opportunity for some more organization inside this bag. Next thing I want to talk about is this front vertical access pocket. I always want to have an extra layer accessible, particularly a jacket or a light sweatshirt, because I never know what temperature it's gonna be in the plane, and I wanna make sure I have some sort of other layer accessible to me. This is my lightweight bare bottom crew sweatshirt. I love this thing. It's small enough to store so you don't have that big bulk of a hoodie sweatshirt. There's no organization in this front pocket, and it does go the whole width of the bag. So again, the potentiality of needing to search around for things in there is pretty high. There could have been some additional organization, an internal pocket on this as well. Let's open up the main pocket. It's got that really beautiful clamshell functionality, so I can open this thing up completely. Now here's the one problem with this type of functionality is that if I need anything out of these pockets, there really is no way to access it except for just to open it up. But I do really appreciate the way that they organize the inside of this. So you have this ripstop nylon pocket here, and it's very accessible and it's extremely expandable. Currently, I don't have anything in this pocket because, like I said, I packed this out like I would for 5 to 10 days and I ran out of stuff. I love that you can't see into it. So if you did have to open this up in a public space, you could keep some more secure things in there. On this front side of the clamshell, we also have a puckered pocket, meaning that there's a lot of space in the mesh. So in here, I have my Cotopaxi toiletry bag that's almost completely packed out. I also have an extra pair of shoes. Again, I think I had that pocket maybe 90% of the way packed out. It could have held even some more stuff in there. Now, let's take a look at this pocket, the Behemoth. It's huge. And you have this full U-shape access to it, which is really nice because when you get to your place that you're staying, you have access to everything. I've got 3 of my gravel travel packing cubes in here. They're the best packing cubes out there because they're this Velcro system. And so they can expand or contract to whatever size you need them to be. I've got shirts, t-shirts, and dress shirts in here, underwear, workout shorts, socks in here, pants, shorts, pajamas, all in here. And then I have my Cotopaxi packable windbreaker. That is a lot of stuff that I can fit in this main compartment of the Bellroy. There isn't any internal organization inside of the main pocket. If you have an air tag, you can actually slide it into the backside, what just looks like the manufacturer's tag. You could track it from your air tag right there. All right, last but not least, we have the laptop pocket. I already talked about some of my complaints about the accessibility of it, and then also the weight of the zipper and the pull. But it does fit my 16-inch laptop, absolutely no problem. There isn't any internal organization in the laptop pocket. So that's a challenge for me because I also travel with my remarkable tablet, and there's no way to separate them well so that they're both protected and in their own space. So I would have loved just another tablet pocket. All of these things that I'm talking about add weight and complexity to the bag. I think the spirit of the bag is simplicity and lightweight. I mean, it's in the name, light. It's not the perfect bag for me, but it might be the perfect bag for you. Because of the lack of internal organization, there really are no internal pockets that are secured by zipper. So anything small is gonna get lost in this bag. So for those reasons, I gave this bag a 6 in organization. Now the last category is aesthetics. A couple of things that I think is, how well does the bag keep a shape so that it looks nice when I'm walking around in it? I also think about branding. How in your face is the branding and how subtle is the branding? Overall, I think this pack is a pretty good looking pack. I love the subtlety of the branding. I don't typically love words for branding, but this one doesn't bother me all that much. It's very small. I do love the little owl symbol on the shoulder strap. And like I mentioned, I love the texture of the material on the exterior. The thing I don't love about the bag is that the bag really tends to take whatever shape I have in it. It kind of becomes a blob once I have it all packed out. So for those reasons, and I know this is subjective, but I gave it a 7 out of 10 for aesthetics. So my overall score for the Bellroy Lite Travel Pack is 36 out of 50. My hope, as always, is that this video has been helpful in determining whether or not the Bellroy Lite Travel Pack is the right pack for you. If there's a pack that I haven't reviewed that you would love to see me review and rate, tell me in the comments. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.